The Honorable Councilor Franz
Yes,
Pumari, Majority Floor Leader, is
while we're
recognized.
on suspended rules, I got a memo coming from the Executive Department that we have an urgent measure, and it's very timely in today's situation. So, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the approval of PO 21CC-474.
Hearing no objection, we now proceed with the period of discussion.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. As stated in the title, an ordinance providing health care and insurance program to all 142 Quezon City Punong barangays, members of the Barangay Council, and its ex-officio members, barangay treasurers, barangay secretaries. We're going to allocate the amount of 20,094,422 to cover their premium insurance. As we all know, what we consider is they're part of the frontliners, Mr. Presiding Officer. Now we're in a pandemic situation. They're the ones handling the COVID situation in their respective barangays. I think, Mr. Presiding Officer, this is very timely. This is one way of trying to recognize what they're doing in the last how many months already. At least, Mr. Presiding Officer, meron po silang healthcare insurance program coming from the city. Aside from that, insurance coverage to be provided. Yung annual physical examination, outpatient services, prenatal and postnatal care, emergency care services, hospitalization, inpatient services, pre-existing critical illness, dental coverage, and life insurance po. So ito po at least meron pong what we can call peace of mind ng ating mga frontliners na nasa barangay po. So I guess, Mr. Presiding Officer, this is very timely. And if there's any questions, the Minority Floor Leader has...
Mr. Presiding Officer.
Councilor Eric Medina, Minority Floor Leader, is recognized.
I just would like to express my full support to this proposed measure of the Honorable Majority Floor Leader na bigyan po natin ng mga healthcare insurance yung ating pong mga barangay officials from the barangay captain, barangay kagawad, secretary, treasurer, XO, and lahat po nagiging frontliner sa ating pong bawat barangay ngayon sa Luzon, Quezon. Napaka-timing po talagang malaki ang maitutulong nito sa mga nasabing barangay officials na nagsisilbing mga frontliner natin. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Councilor Eric Medina. Sa totoo lang, Coach, napaka-importante, napakalaking bagay nitong measure na to. And alam naman natin ang ating mahal na Mayor Joy at ang lahat ng bumubuo ng Quezon City Government ay tuloy-tuloy naman dito sa laban natin against COVID. And the truth is, itong mga past few days has been very challenging. If tuwing binubuksan ko yung social media pages natin, maraming
nakakalungkot.
mga kapatid natin na medyo nabibiktima some way, one way or another. And ito pong mga barangay officials, kasama din natin sila sa front lines dito sa laban natin ito. Kaya napaka-importante na maipasa natin itong healthcare program para sa kanila, pati mga barangay staff. Question lang, Councilor Pamarin, is do we have a period of coverage for how long this is going to be?
Well, normally, Mr. Presiding Officer, ang coverage po ng health insurance is every year. So,
Okay.
If you're gonna pass this probably in a month's time, magkakaroon na po sila ng coverage.
All right. Thank you very much,
Yes,
Councilor Pamarin.
I think there's no more discussion, and I think, Mr. Presiding Officer, if you notice, even your staff, there's excited. Si Atty. Rio, napatayo po sa measure na to. Mukhang excited din, pati si Vince,
Yeah.
mukhang excited din, napapatayo sila.
Yes, of
Anyway, being no more discussion, I move to terminate the period of discussion.
Hearing no objection, discussion is terminated.
Yes, in the period of amendments, I would like to include everybody who wants to be part of the measure. If you're
Amendments
not-
approved.
Yes, if you're not interested, just say so to be part of this.
Amendments carried.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. No more amendments. I move to terminate the period of amendments.
Amendments terminated.
Thank you. I move for the approval of PO 21CC-474 under second reading.
Hearing no objection, measure approved.
Under
On second
suspended
reading.
rules, Mr. Presiding Officer, move for the third and final approval of PO 21CC-474.
Hearing no objection, measure approved on third reading under suspended rules.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. I move to restore the rules.
Hearing no objection, rules restored